Hey there guys, thanks for joining us on another board game night. Tonight we're playing Boomtown Bandits. This is published from Breaking Games and designed by Isaac Epp. And with me tonight for the overview is Mick.
Hello.
And Martin.
Howdy.
And Molo, or Milo as our phone always predicts. And myself, Jason. Alright, so if you're not familiar, this is a sort of a real-time dice rolling game. Each of us are playing bandit posses. Each of us have 3 bandits. 2 of them are gunslingers. 1 of them is a bit of a coward. And that's represented by our dice, which 2 of them are the gunslingers, 1 is a coward. We have some locations here that we're trying to rob. In a 4-player game, there's only 5 locations. So we've taken out 1, which is the bank. So tonight we're playing with the brothel, the saloon.
Obviously.
Yes, especially with 4 blokes.
We wanted 4 brothels.
Mine, train, and stagecoach. Now the way this game works is, starting with the first player, which is going to be Mick, he will place the sheriff badge on one of these locations. Then for this round, that location is not able to be robbed. Then, starting with Mick, we'll place one of our little tokens on locations, and it can be any location of each choice. So for example, I could do that as the other guys.
He's going round robin,
Yeah.
so Jason places 1, then Mick, then me, then Mona, blah, 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 until we've all placed our tokens.
And then we start, once everyone's placed all 3 tokens, we'll start on one location and walk our way around. And then, like say for example there where Martin is just placed it now, we'll flip them over. So as you can see, he's got a coward token, I've got a coward and a gunslinger. So I will roll these 2 dice, 1 for my coward, 1 for my gunslinger. He will roll 1 for the coward. Mick would be the judge in this case, and he would go 3, 2, 1, draw, and we would feverishly roll
Hit.
until one of us rolled the hit location. As Martin is the first one to roll it, even though he's rolled his coward symbol, he still has to call that. And then we resolve the person who called hit, so he runs away. I'm the only one left in the saloon, so I get to take the top card of that deck. The game runs out when one of the locations no longer has any cards in their location. So if the saloon runs out of cards, the game will end and we will count up our points.
And if anyone wonders why is there any point in rolling that dice, it does still have 1 bullet side out of the 6.
Yes.
So there is a tiny possibility.
1 in
of
6
winning
chance
it.
of shooting someone, 1 in 6 chance of running RLFing, as I said. And the others have got a 1 in 3 chance of getting a bullet.
And then just to show you from the bank location, these are what the cards kind of look like. So they have cash money in the corner, they have abilities at the bottom, and they tell you, for example, this is an end game bonus, this one is a no action bonus. So when you play them in front of you, you get the money at the end of the game and you'll get the bonus action for that turn. You can't use them immediately the turn you get them, but in the following round you can play some cards, and the locations are kind of thematic. So in the book it tells you at the back page, which I will show you for what it's worth. So, for example, this is what back here. So, at the saloon, you will find things that help your gunslingers and money. At the brothel, you'll find some information that'll be useful, advantages against other people and money, and so on. So, they all have slightly different advantages depending on where you go. At the end of the game as well, there's some end game scoring. So, for example, the person who has the most train cards or the person who's robbed the train the most will get the bonus. And the first person to rob all 5 locations will get this Old Town bonus. And that's pretty much it. The game's pretty fast and furious. And
What did you call that? The Old Town bonus?
yeah, right. What is it? Own this town.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, well,
You got a couple of letters right.
so what we'll do is we'll start off and play a couple of rounds quickly to get the game going. And then we'll get back to you with a gameplay turn. So you can see us play a round or 2. That'll be interesting considering it's a real-time game.
Utter chaos.
Yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
that's really what's going to be like. And then when we're finished, we'll come back to you with our verdict and we'll tell you what we think of the game. Alright, let's get to that. Alright, welcome to the gameplay turn. We've had 1 full rotation, so you're going to get to see us play now. Mick is the first player. We've all won a few rounds, and we've, got some cards to play. Although the last round was pretty hectic with the cards we did play. Mick's the first player, so he's going to choose a location. Where are you choosing, man?
I'm going to go saloon.
So the saloon will not be used this turn.
That's fine.
Alright, and then Mick, choose your first place. Where you want to go to? The brothel. Of course you want to go there.
You know that.
I'm going to go. Is it train? As I couldn't last turn.
There you go, Muller. The brothel.
Die braadheer.
I'm going to go stagecoach. Mick's double downing in the brothel. double dipping, I'm not sure.
Depends how much money I've got left.
Wow.
Milo? I think I'll pop someone into the mine.
Oh dear God.
Am I the last person to put down?
You are.
So I'm definitely getting the stagecoach already.
Oops.
Yes, my love. Well done.
So
Just give the man half, a fifth of the weight of the extra bonus.
I'll go challenge Martin.
Okay.
Alright.
Cowardly Red versus Double Gun Grey. 3, 2, 1, draw! Hit!
Ah, I died.
Coward
I don't
is
think you can see
shot.
that. That's what Mick rolled. So he rolled one of those dice for each one of his guys. He got the bullet. He rolled hit. Blech. Coward is shot.
And he gets to take a card from the brothel.
Hoorah. Which I don't get to play this turn. I'd have to wait till
Absolutely.
next.
Alright, I'm going to play a card here. And I'm going to swap any 2 tokens at unresolved locations. So I'm going to swap those 2.
Cool. I'll play a sneaky bastard. My coward can move to an unresolved location. Fuck you, bitch!
Hey!
Coward on coward!
Oh man, I wonder if I should have. Yeah.
Alright, who's going to... Mick, you're going to...
Yeah, on it. You ready?
I know why we're rolling. He'll roll a hit immediately.
Shot. 3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit!
Oh. Oh, yeah. Every one of his last 4 rolls has been like that.
God.
So I'll get a thing from the mine.
In fact, nearly every rolls in this game.
It's crazy, literally.
This is where your coward's going to shoot me in the back. Alright, I'll be the judge for this. 3, 2, 1, draw!
Hit!
Alright, Nick's going with a coward as well.
Gotta take out a red, Mick, surely.
Red, come.
Alright, so
Good choice, Mick. Good choice.
3, 2, 1, draw!
Hit!
Milo got it.
Yeah,
I'm gone.
No, it's gonna be. He's got his gun.
Yeah, but I
No,
don't-
yours doesn't resolve, only his resolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's out there
just to
first.
point out there, my Mick's actually rode the coward run
We've
away.
all rolled symbols. In
Yeah,
fact.
but only his counts because he's the one who called hit first. So you get to shoot either the coward or the gunslinger.
Gunslinger.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, and considering I've already rolled a bullet, the chances of that on this now.
Right. 3,
Oh, I hope you shoot him now.
2, 1, draw.
Hit.
There you
He's
go.
got you.
Bang.
Alright, so you get a card from the train.
Fucking train is the bane of my life.
Alright, coward on coward.
Like 2 retards trying to kick them out of the paper
3,
bag.
2, 1, draw.
Hit!
Wow, you got
Oh, you got me! No!
Take it,
Double.
bitch!
Even if he had been successful, he'd have still got run away. Had Jason drawn first, because of that symbol, he would still have actually run away, even if Martin had drawn a blank.
Mod is good at drawing blanks.
Expression. I've got 2 children, hanging.
Alright, so the first player moves on. Where are you gonna which area are you gonna close?
That is a good question. Probably.
Man, I thought they had stagecoach wrapped up as well. Friggin' cowards. Oh, what?
No stagecoach.
Friggin' hate you.
Oh, right now. Wow.
Right, where you going?
Mine.
It's just gonna kick you out.
Fucking mine.
Gonna kick you out there again.
Literally, I'm just, all 3 of my tokens going to mine this time. Screw it!
Saloon for me. Mick, you not going to the brothel?
Try this time.
Eyeball man.
Come on, you gotta go train, man. You gotta go train. You're already winning the brothel.
I listen to him.
Oh, he'll stop you.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Now I'm gonna go there.
Like you wouldn't.
No, I'm going there.
Hang on.
Hang on. Right.
Right, play before shootout. So any 2 tokens at unresolved locations.
Which 2? I think you should take Mick. You should take Martin there.
I may have to thump you in the throat.
I wanted to do that and that, but I'll give you the. You'll have the 5 cards, won't you?
Do his and his.
Well, he wants to put his grey in there, doesn't he?
I still need the stagecoach and the saloon.
Oh, we'll stop that then. Yeah.
What the hell is going on here?
Nice.
I'll get
Freaking
my
hell.
I'll get that.
Alright, well.
That's reasonable, I suppose. Right, don't matter.
Okay, I got the 5 there, so thanks.
You fucking idiot! Which you probably explained to the film, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
So basically, there's a bonus card once you get 1 of each.
And Mick just gave it to Molo.
You had an almost sure thing there with 2 as well.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Mick.
Oh dear.
Oh,
What a
Mick,
nightmare.
that was truly terrible.
Special.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And now we've got a
The
serious.
simulated horror.
And Mick, now you can drown your sorrows by being the judge.
3.
Mo hasn't even got his dice in his hand.
It's alright. You can shoot him in the back.
Oh, okay, that sounds really cool. We'll use that next. Oh, right, sorry, I got to get on with shooting
3,
you guys.
2, 1, draw.
Oh,
Did he
sorry,
shoot it?
early.
He went first.
You didn't draw. I heard him say draw.
Yeah, B went
Yeah, I went
first.
early.
3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit.
Hit!
Yeah, I got it. I played a card. 1 hit counts as 2.
Oh, come on!
Fuck off.
God damn it!
Shut it!
I appreciate the results of that card.
I hate this game.
Not as much as me now.
Miles, get time, Mick!
3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit.
Boo.
Mod's got it. Alright, we don't even need to resolve this. Here you go. Have your train
Too
card.
kind.
Have you got 5 of a kind, man? 1 of each.
Fuck off. Excuse the French. In English, that meant go
Come on,
away.
Jason.
Who's gonna call? Which one of you 2
Oh,
bozos?
3, 2, 1, drop.
Hit.
Ah, well dead. I didn't get a single card, you bastards.
Yeah, I'm crying rivers for you, man.
Alright, let's do one more. Let's do one more round. It's quite funny. Milo, where are you closing?
There you go.
All right, I will close. I don't know.
It doesn't matter now because
Yeah. Now, basically, the game will end when one of these cards, these stacks of cards, run out. So, if you think you're winning, you might want to close one of the heavier locations.
All right, we will close trade.
Okay.
Just at random.
And where are you gonna go?
Now let's quickly look through my cards. Cool. Right, that may or may not be the one that I want. You know. Alrighty.
I can't believe you let Molo beat you. Man. What is that?
Yeah,
I was so concentrating on you. It's just crying out loud.
And now look, you're picking on me again. What is going on?
wherever you go, man, I'm going.
Fine. I'm going to the brothel. You want a threesome?
As long as you're paying.
I've changed my mind.
It's pretty reasonable. Mullah, you're paid. Funny thing is, I don't know what a brothel is.
Mick, stop it.
I don't want to go to the mine.
But mommy.
I definitely can't go.
No. Oh, for goodness sake.
Just go to the brothel, man. You know you want to.
I don't want to. I'm going there.
Alright, fine. I get a card. Woohoo!
Well, it's a pity card, isn't it? Because
I already got a mine card.
Yay!
No, it doesn't
No,
matter.
matter.
Yeah, it's not just about
Yeah,
getting money.
I've made that moot now.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to just take my mine card. You guys move to the next location.
right. Oh God! Right.
I get you.
Coward
Nice
versus. Hang on. Where is it? My placed coward acts like a shooter this round.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I've got to play immediately.
Oh. Oh.
Cave in. You cannot place one of your shooters next round.
Oh, that was now. Ow, that's a bit rough. Okay.
Mine are $20. So.
Where you go?
2,
Oh.
1. Draw.
Hit. Why am I saying it?
You say hit for me here. If you want.
Getting so excited, it's like, ooh, hit.
Ooh, interesting.
There's muchos cowards in there.
Hold on. I'll do the same thing as you. Your placed coward acts like a shooter this round.
Oh, great. I might as well just exit the building.
Well, I'll be shot first. Come on, Jason.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit. You.
Clearly.
3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit.
Wow, that was pretty clean sweep, wide up. Right, and the big one.
Jesus.
The stagecoach is pretty popular. What are you counting?
3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit.
Hit!
I got it.
No, don't tell me you got a double shooter
Double
again.
shoot.
Oh,
No, I can't do both of you. I can't.
You can.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Right, ready? Molo?
3, 2, 1, draw.
hit! Well, no, I did.
Oh my god.
Stop rolling. Sorry.
Hit! Okay, kill Martin.
I can't believe it! Should have just killed you when I had the chance!
Why mine just rolled miles? Come back.
3, 2, 1, draw.
Hit!
Oh, I should have just killed you.
Why did I just kill you?
Oh, dear.
Have an attack of guilt. Blown him away and I didn't.
Get back to bite you in the bum. Alright. That's our plan. You get the general gist. If you saw any of that, because we weren't looking, we were more laughing. But we'll be back in a second to tell you what we think. Cheerio. Alright, so the game has ended. We've tallied up the scores. Obviously, what we've done is you work out who's got, like, I get 3 train cards, I had the most, so I get the train bonus card. I had the most, well, me and Mick tied for the most mine cards, and then we had to have one final shootout with all our dice, so I won that. And then we
Let's not say, if I'd have won it, I'd have lost $25. It was not in my interest to win.
weird, no, yeah. So Mick was slow playing. But once we've tallied out all the bonus cards, we then tally up our points or our money, and then the person with the most money is the winner. So in 4th place, or as we like to call Martin last.
Loser.
How many
I look
points?
like one of those, you know, when I drink orange and it. I got $75.
75. Mick got 3rd with
I'm on $95.
me 2nd with 100. And can you believe it? Molo the Rat won 115. Alright, so that is a game of Boomtown Bandits. Let's have a chat with the guys what they think. What did you think, Mick?
Massive fun. Really easy to play. I like the cards, the variety of the cards. I like the bonus for each area. There's a lot about it. I like it, to be honest with you. And obviously, hopefully they saw in the gameplay the amount of fun we were all having. And I like the coward element.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
That's really
Especially
good.
that one moment when he shoots the gunslinger in the back and you're like, yeah!
I like, but yeah, I don't want to say everything, so leave nothing for people to say. But definitely, I really enjoyed myself. Really had a good time.
How much would you give it out of 10?
Based on being a quick game, I wouldn't normally give a game like this a really high score, but I enjoyed it so much. I would probably give it an 8.5.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's pretty. It's decent, really decent components, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, fantastic components.
I'd go at 8, yeah, because I mean I reserve the 9 and 8.5 and higher for the really complex games that I love. So
Is this something you would buy if you came up with the opportunity?
yeah.
Well, there you go. How about you, Cubbly?
Yeah, the components are super nice. I mean, this first player marker is like a hefty, chunky plastic bottle, and it's even like engraved with first player on as well. It's nuts.
And the way you determine first play is you spin the bottle around, and whoever it points
then
to,
you have
that's
to make out who it lands on. That person goes first.
I was actually gutted about that bit.
Yeah, none of us were that pleased either. But yeah, I mean, It's good fun, to be honest. I was a little bit worried about the real-time element thing, but actually it's a lot less painful than things like Escape and things like that, because it's just like a very self-contained, quick, frenetic rolling, and it's done then. And it's quite funny as well, the outcomes, and the cards kind of really put a curveball on that as well, like the double barrel thing that I used twice. I should have shot you.
Now that would have swung the game.
But yeah, it was good fun. I think it's a really good late night convention game, and everyone's a little bit pissed as well. I think it'd be good fun at that point. I'd definitely play it again. I think I'd play it with more people as well.
You could play up to five, yeah.
I think that'd be good. Score, I think I'd probably give it a 7. I think it's a decent game.
Fair enough. How about you, Mole?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it has just enough sort of gameplay in it to make it a game as well. You know, there's stuff that you have to think
the
about while you're
locations were
playing,
interesting as well, because they definitely had different things in them as well. Like the brothel was getting more the sneaky mess things around bit, and the stagecoach was just brute force, and like that's where the double barrels are coming from. They all felt different, which was nice.
Yeah.
And something that people haven't mentioned yet, the fact that these are these quite big chunky dice. When you're doing the frantic rolling, there's something you have to pick up. They're not like a bunch of little tiny dice that you're easily rolling each turn to rattle things out.
Yeah.
You don't want it rolling too far like I had,
had,
because then it's like, come back, I need to roll you again.
like a proper heft in your hand, which it really adds to the sort of the feel on that of the game. I think overall very solid, very good sort of battly game.
I also, off camera, me mainly, but made quite a few errors, and even they were funny.
Yeah. Well, this is a very light-hearted game.
In the game for that though, so it's like they've taken
Yeah,
that
it's a
into
little
account.
bit of a show. I mean, the rule basically, because obviously you're supposed to go 3-2-1 draw, and if someone prematurely rolls their dice before you've hit draw,
Oops.
all you're supposed to do is just basically reset and go again. I feel there should be a penalty for
It
that.
might slow things down if you start putting in penalties for that. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it depends what the penalty is, really, doesn't
I
it?
guess so.
Take off his shirt.
Dead leg from the guy to the left.
I feel I would be at a disadvantage in that game.
Well, apparently not compared to me.
They're just giving out the dead
Yeah,
leg.
Jason's hand would have been hurt.
Although he did con me once with his bloody jaw.
Yeah. It was great.
Don't double guess when the draw's going to be said.
How much would you give it out of 10, Mole?
I think this is probably worth an 8 for this style of game. It's definitely sort of top level, sort of. I don't know what you'd call like a sort of light convention game, yeah. Or,
It's
Yeah.
a very good
I think
convention game,
it's a really
It's
decent...
one of those that you'd be playing and people around would turn around and find out what you're doing and stuff, because
Yeah.
it's just funny, it's raucous.
And the fact that it's quick, I mean, 30 minutes is a good time on the box, I think. 5 players is also really good as well, because at 5 players, I don't think this will be much slower or detrimented.
No, not at all. No.
It's very
Presumably it
little
has one
too
more
slow.
location.
Yeah,
does
the
it?
bank.
Yeah.
It's very little to slow it down. Once in a blue moon, you've got a card that make you think about which player to affect,
Yeah.
and that's about as far as the complexity would go, as in having time taken.
I think the theme fits it as well. The Wild West shootouts,
Yeah,
bandits,
of
and
course,
it's really cool. I think the cards are really amusing as well, because they throw little spanners into the works every time you...
Yeah, it was the right level of dickage, basically.
Yeah, you never-
Well, it wasn't like, oh, I feel that's so unfair, I'm completely screwed now. It was just like, oh, that's kind of irritating.
A classic example was I got a card, Cursed Gold, that if I got the most mines, it'd be worth -5. So if I didn't win the most mine, I'd get 20. I'd played safe, didn't go for any more mine cards, felt happy, find out at the end, Molo swapped out a card of mine and gave me a mine card, and I nearly won the mine.
Which would have been really
This is a
amusing.
good example. Look, swap any 2 tokens at unresolved locations. So it just throws a little bit of a spanner in it. It's not like, oh god, you've screwed everything, but it's just a little tweak here and there just
Yeah.
to mess things up. They're all kind of like that.
We had that little dickery duel at the end there, where I managed to push everybody out of the mine to ensure I got the card, and then you snuck your thing in, so I just locked it down with another card and none of us scored.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I could have won this game because of that card. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun as well. I mean, I thought it was, when I first heard about the game and when I read the rules, I thought, oh, I'm not really sure what to think about this. But actually, now that I've played it a few times, I quite enjoy it. I think it's a really good, like Martin said, end of the night game or convention game, or maybe something just to play with the family sort of thing, where you know the winning is not actually the major part of this game.
No.
It's the taking part and the messing around with your fellow gamers. Like, you know, when they try and kill you and then you stab them in the back.
I think you shot me in the
like
front,
Martin
to be
didn't
fair.
kill.
Yeah.
Has
When
a
he
similar
should've been.
atmosphere to Corks, but there's a game to it as well, which you're kind of missing
Corpse
from
is
that.
just nuts, isn't it?
I've never played that, so I can't.
I think for me, I'd give it a 7.5. I quite like it. The components are super good. I mean,
They're really nice.
Yeah,
really
these
nice.
locations are really
It's
thick.
interesting as well. I've never heard of, I consider myself reasonably up on games. I've never heard of this game either.
Well, the designer sounds suspiciously like a name he's made up to sound like a Western. Isaac Epp.
Yeah, I've not heard of. I must have. If Isaac, if you've done really good games elsewhere, but I've not heard of him either. The only reason I've heard of Boomtown Bandits is because with the BGE we got a lot of breaking games in, and this is one of them. And I'll be doing some more breaking
It
games.
just makes you wonder whether it just wasn't advertised or what. Because I mean, actually, when I logged the game,
I mean,
it's been out a couple of years as well.
Everything's
Yeah.
solid. Even the box and the insert is like solid material. So
Oh yeah,
it's,
should probably show
it's
the
not
insert.
like it's skimped on the prices there.
It's a really good insert as well. Everything has a place. You know, really solid, nice, very good.
Cardboard on the box itself.
Yeah, it's a very well made game. Well, there you go. That's our review of Boomtown Bandits. As you can tell by the gameplay, it's a really wild, manic game. So maybe this is something we'll be playing at the next HandyCon. So thanks a lot, guys, and see you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know?